Hi there, it's Kareem from Keeper's Nursery. Today is the 19th of October 2024 and I'm in my seedling apples, and these are now, lots of them are ripe, so I thought it'd be it's a nice afternoon. I've got a bit of free time, so I thought I'd try a few of them and share some of the results with you. These are seedlings that I collected the seeds in 2020, 2014, and basically they were grafted in I want to say 17 or 18, and they have been fruiting for a few years. There's still a few fruits which are new, and I've tried them this year, and there's a few interesting things out there that I'm thinking about naming. I've definitely tried most of the fruits here. I've taken out some of the trees that are no longer sort of worth keeping. There's about 150 seedlings. About 40 of them I removed last year because for a few years in a row the fruit just didn't seem worth keeping. It was just, there wasn't anything exceptional about them, and if like me you're raising lots and lots of seedlings in the hundreds, and you know I've got about 1,300 seedlings, I'm not going to keep everything. Things that are sort of have some reason to be kept, I will hold on to, and I'm not short of space, but at the same time there's no point keeping a tree that's no good. Anyway, I'll crack on with this video and stop at each tree that I think is of interest and try them and share how they taste. So let's begin. This is, some of the fruit is still on the trees. Some of them have finished already, being October. Some of them are sort of August apples. This is apple number, ooh, nice one. So this is a kid's orange red seedling. It's seedling, I've got labels on all the trees. Seedling 5. So this one wasn't actually tried until this year. So this is the first year it's fruited. I have tried this before. It's an interesting apple. It's a little bit soft, quite a fruity flavour, but the problem with it is the skin is quite thick and it's a little bit dry, so I'm not too sure about that one. I'll probably give it sort of a 3 if I'm generous. Loads of wasps at this time of the year. So this is the next tree along, seedling number 6. Quite a yeah, loads of insects on this, sorry. It's quite a nice looking apple. Feels firm and woody as well, not particularly juicy. Yeah, there's a wood louse on it. No, not great. It's a bit lacking acidity as well. The next tree along looks a bit too ripe. That's number 7. Okay, so this one here looks like quite a good apple. Hold on. There are 2 here. So the apples are only 35 centimeters apart, so it's quite easy to get mixed up. So that's seedling number 9 here. Great camera work as always. Big apple, big red thing. Yeah, much nicer texture, juicier. Lacks acidity. Maybe maybe a solid 3, but nothing exceptional about this one. I'm not going to go mad and eat too many bites out of every apple. The next one is number 10. Now I know that this apple is very good. It isn't actually ripe yet. This is a sort of November apple. There are quite a few apples that I've got which are very nice late season apples. Good apple, this one. Let's see if it tastes of anything yet. No, it's not ripe yet, but keep an eye on it. Seedling 11. Nice looking russet. Very rough skin on this one. It's very similar to a Pitmaster pineapple, extremely sweet pineapple flavour, but very dry as well. A little bit dry, I think. This is seedling 12. Yeah, it's a long row, so keep going. No, it's just too sweet. 14. Again, sweet, maybe a slight bitterness to it, like a cider apple, but not enough acidity for my liking. What are these ones here? Now this looks like it's also from seedling 12, so let me just see if these taste the same, because these have got less russet on them. No, it's very sweet. It's the same apple. Oof. Too sweet. So this one's fruited a lot. This is number 16. Much more acidic, juicy. I wouldn't say it's an exceptional apple. A bit too tough still. Don't worry, these apples get better, I know that. 17. But if you've, that is interesting. But if you have raised seedlings, you probably know they're not all going to be winners. You have to kiss a few frogs. Oh, actually, alright. So it's got enough acidity, unlike the other russets, although it is relatively soft. Almost tastes like marzipan. It is soft, but it's moorish. It tastes like marzipan. That's interesting. Number 17. Okay, next one along. What is it? Number 18. Okay. Ooh. I have eaten a lot today already. Oh, that's woody. It's like a jazz. No. Too tough. When a label says really bad hard, I wonder what that's saying. I wonder what this apple's going to be like. This one's even got a bit of like rot on it, but oh, it's really bad and hard. 21. So these look like they're softening up. Supposedly all right. Yeah. I agree with my notes. It's a bit sharp, a bit ripe, a bit good, a bit soft. It's like the all-right cousin of a Kid's Orange Red, because it's sharper, so it's quite nice, but it's a bit softer, so it's a bit disappointing. But overall, the stats are quite similar because it's got a lovely flavour. It's like a Cox with tougher skin, but a bit softer inside. So, yeah. What was that? 21. I do have notes of all these that I've actually recorded. I think last week. That doesn't look like worth eating anymore. Okay, so we have one of the good ones right now. So this is seedling number, I believe it's 24. Yep, seedling 24. So this is a really nice apple. It's a really interesting, let me get it in the light. That's a really interesting looking apple. It's got a bit of everything going on. And it tastes fantastic. Eating qualities are very high of this one. This one will be named at some stage and propagated. So, apologies about the cars, they're not mine. It's crisp enough. It's not exceptionally crispy, but the texture is crisp enough and definitely juicy enough, so you get some juice every time you bite into the apple. It is sweet, but it's got that lovely kids orange red flavour, so it's got sort of pear drop flavour to it as well. I think the best thing about this apple is it all comes together very nicely, because you get a lot of juice, which is very, very like aromatic, but it's not overly sweet in any way. It's just a very pleasant thing to eat. You get like hits of juice. That is going to be a good apple. It's fruited well in the past, and I think it looks cool as well. That's Seedling 24. This apple's going to be good, I reckon. I'll definitely name this one. I'm going to keep that in my pocket for later. Next one's not going to be as good, I don't think. 26. Conical classic kids orange red shape. Oh, it's just sweet. It was sweet and then it got sweeter, and I thought, is it going to eventually get acidic? Nope, just got sweeter. This one here is very good. This is 27. It's not ripe yet. I'm not going to bother eating it. I know it's very good. I'm not going to sort of say it's bad on camera because it's not ripe. I'm assuming the next one is 28. That's just really sweet. Oof. So sweet. 31. It's fruited well. We got a reasonable score last time. The taste is a bit primitive. It's like it's good overall. It's a bit like a Worcester or something. It doesn't taste as much as a Cox. It's a tiny bit chewy, so the texture's not amazing. It's thick. It's tough skinned on the outside. I mean, it tastes a bit like a red Windsor that isn't quite as good as it should be. So it's all right, but there are better apples. 34. I've said this one is too sweet. So what is it going to taste like? It's almost there. It's just a bit too dense as well. No. Too sweet. Oh, it's the same apple. Some nice autumn foliage. Some of these pears looking good. Oh. Gonna reach in there for number 39. Good looking apple. I don't remember my notes from last time, so I don't know what these ones will taste like. So this is the second time I've tried this apple. Weird that I paused on this one. This is really good. I think it may be a week over, so it's reached that sort of soft Cox like texture where I think a week ago it would have been great, but it is full of flavour. It has acidity and sugar, and it's really, really juicy. I'm just going to double check. That is definitely 39. It's a good flavour, bitter skin. I'm giving it 2 out of 5. I'm going to sack myself. Wow, the thing was I probably tried it when it wasn't ripe last time. No, that's a high 3. Very close to a 4, number 39. That is possibly a 4. It tastes very similar to a Rubinette, but it's far more yellow, and it's got the same sort of long stalk. Yeah, I'll keep that in my pocket too. So I've got 39 and 24 in my pocket. Moving on. What are you? Let's see. No, that's my face. 45. I've said improves. Pink veins in flesh, good taste. I am really good at describing stuff. It's more that I get bored of writing a lot when I've tasted sort of dozens of apples. Let's see. Pink veins. What else did I say? Good taste. Yeah, it's an alright taste. It's a bit soft. It is quite nice. Yeah, I like that one. 45. 48. Interesting looking apple. Wow. Really interesting. Okay, that means I've sent it off to have the DNA testing done. Interesting. Oh. Mistake. It gets very dry. So unfortunately these are M9s. M9s have really weak roots, so you get loads of fruit, they blow over. I may actually need to straighten these up, because this one I think is quite good. This is 51, which I previously gave a 2. No, that one's rubbish. Well, it's just a bit past its best. And 52 I've given a 2. Let me get a nice looking one. I mean, these are quite nice looking apples, annoyingly. Oh, I love the sound of traffic. I hope this sounds good. That just tastes like a Honey Crisp. Nothing. A bit flat. I think someone would like this, but not me. Very pretty sort of heart-shaped, conical shape. 54 is this interesting russet. Too sweet, no flavour. Oh, this is going to be awful. I think I know this apple. Yikes, 54. This is going to be dreadful. Oh, it's too sweet. Sorry, I'm not going to spit on camera, but I spat that one out. 55. Oh. It was almost there. It's knocking on the door of being good, but it doesn't. The flavour of the juice doesn't last. It has a really nice flavour, 55. The flavour of the juice is really good, like really good. You just end up chewing some flesh that after the juice goes, and it doesn't release more juice. So you're still working, but you're not getting anything for your effort. 56. I hope this is interesting to people. I think it was 39. I think that was the good one so far that I've discovered. Oh. It tastes like a sour apple, sweet. Because it has a sort of funky, fake flavour to it, but the texture's soft. Well, it tastes just like the green hoopy rings with the white on the bottom. Yeah, no thanks. Wow, look at this thing. Oh, ugly, ugly, ugly russet. Whoa. Look at that monster. Old lizard face here. What number's that? Sorry for the little windy pops. I'm holding the camera backwards. Ooh, 58. No. Right. Oh, good. 57. Sorry, that was really bad camera work. 57 looks like it could be alright, actually. No, it's sweet. Boo. We want sour. 59. Good, interesting russet, this. It's lacking acidity and sugar, though. It's almost a good apple. If you could double the flavour of this apple, I would really like that. Because it's like a Norfolk Royal russet that, like a real novice chef has tried to cook up and accidentally sort of got the recipe wrong, like the wrong quantity, but in the right proportions. Shame. It's a really nice, well, lovely flavour. It's just a bit weak. This is the game, though. This is apple breeding. Sometimes you get so close, but it's a dead end almost, because you're not going to bother breeding with that apple again. You just try again. It's a bit of a lottery. So this is 65. So these are now Riker seedlings. Yeah, that's right. I'm telling you all the information this year. It's got a really nice texture, really sweet, with a bit of acidity. It's quite a good looking apple. It's got a slight weird initial flavour. It's a teeny bit dry for my liking, but otherwise it's a really good apple. The skin's thick. I've got better Riker seedlings than this, but it is good. I mean, Riker seedlings are generally sort of around 3 out of 5, which is impressive. I can't say that this is amazing, but it is pretty good. There's a few early ones there. Who are you? 70. Yeah, I could have done this film tomorrow morning. I could be doing this film tomorrow morning instead with a slightly less traffic, but the sun looked good right now. Lovely juicy apple. It might improve in a few weeks. I guess it is almost November, actually. Yeah, I might try. I'm gonna go and try number 27. I seem to forget where I am. It's the 19th, so I thought it was much earlier in the month. Yeah, back to 27. I'll do all this, and it won't taste very good, but. It's not quite ready, but you can taste it. It's good. Yep, there's the broken apple again. Where was 39? Yeah, this one. Old bitter skin. I'm gonna try this one as well. Okay, I've pulled the stalk off. Let's see if old bitter skin's quite good. Ding! It's me again. Yeah, the top's gone a bit. Yeah, that's really good. Weird, I've tried this before. It was probably just one apple that I tried previously. And it just happens to not be good. This is really good. That's really good. This is Hammond's red pepper. This one's the Bethan tree. These are some of the original best apples. Now this apple here, number 79, it's an absolute beauty, but I don't know if it's ready yet. I don't think it's ready. I've only got one on the tree annoyingly this year. Some of the best apples only fruited sort of in small numbers this year, which is really frustrating. Here is number 81, because I'm probably going to name number 79. It didn't fruit much this year. Annoyingly, I gave him a big prune last year, as in I pruned the trees loads, and they've repaid me by sort of shunning me, shunning their master. Sorry, windy pups. 81. Not bad. It's like a slightly tasteless Ruckler, or a Riker or a Ruckler. Chewy skin. No, nothing worth writing home. Oh, the best of the best of the best of the best. Oh, I'm glad I didn't knock that down. Someone has had a go at this. This is Seedling 82. Not quite ready yet, but that's the best apple there is so far. So far, and there's some more. I'm not going to pick these for the video. I know how good these apples are. I'm actually picking these for someone to paint, and you will see the results of that next year hopefully. But these apples, there were loads on this tree. I had issues this year with some critters. I'm going to call them the badgers because we've got loads of badgers in the nursery. Who came along and picked them. That is one of the 82s. I'm hoping those two stay on the tree, or I'm going to have to pick them pretty soon before whoever it is comes and takes them, and I don't even have any fruit to show for it. But yeah, 82 that will be available next year, and I'll name it pretty soon. I think the trademark has gone through, and then I'll release the name, etc. Well, what was that, 87? What have we got here? That's still 87. 88's finished. We'll rattle through now. There aren't that many more, I don't think, lying around. Well, that's an interesting one. Who are you? That looks like 82's cousin. Is that 90? Oh, what have I said? Bit soft, punchy flavour, good. Okay, this is 90. Well, that is punchy. And a bit soft, but that is... Whoa. It's really good, but it's just too punchy. Like, it's making my tongue tingle, but the flavour is amazing. It is actually very similar to an 82. It's just... hurts my tongue a bit. Wow, I think some people would really like that. But... it's really nice, but you have to have a tiny bit at a time. Definitely upgrade that to a 3. It's not too soft to be upsetting. My mouth's getting used to the acidity now, so... it is like damaging my tongue. But it's really sweet as well. It's almost like a balance. I might Brix test this one. Number 90. Oof. Okay, so I think these are now Rubinola seedlings. So this is crisp but sharp, number 91. Disappointing. So these are completely different. Nuts. Tough skin, crispy, but It doesn't do it for me. 93. Big handsome Rubinola seedlings. Loads of them. They do go greasy, which is no good, or waxy. This one's gone soft. Well, not interested in that right now. So 103 has actually been, there was a customer who really likes this apple, so they're going to name this apple after their wife, which is quite cool. This one here is 105, which was the other one that they really like. This is a really good apple actually, 105. Still ripe. Sweet, crisp, juicy. It's a bit much, it's a big apple. Comes off in big chunks of flesh. It has the acidity. It's good. I like 105. I'm getting really full, so I'm not going to finish this, but that's quite a nice apple, 105. This one has been really interesting this year. This is 108. So I put this one, there you go, there's a real black beauty here. So I put this one on my Instagram page to show off, like, it was a very black apple, and this was on the 20th of September, I think. That one's not as black. Look at some of these. Oh, look at these ones. So it's got lovely white lenticels and it's very dark. Looks completely different from the, if you flip top and bottom there. Cool apple, that one. Yeah, 108. So I was asking people what I should call this one, because this is definitely one to keep, and it's been ripe on the tree for a month now. 20th of September to the 19th of October. Still just about ripe. It is still super juicy, starting to just turn as it gets softer. It's got a lovely light flavour to it. It's sort of refreshing. It's not too acidic. Yeah, I like that one. 108. Let's see, are there any left? Hope you like the sound of cars, because this video has had loads of that. 117. It's going to probably be a bit rubbish. Good texture, so acidic. Ooh, that's not what I need right now. I've got a tummy full of food. This is the popular Californian variety, Wixon crab. It's incredibly Moorish. It has a very funny flavour to it. If you watch the Skill Cult Stephen Edholm videos, he likes this one because it's a local variety there. Breeds a lot with it. There's something weird about this apple that doesn't taste like apples, but you could genuinely eat loads of these and you can't stop eating them. It's like initially nothing, and then you get a weird burst of acidic sweet flavour with something else in there, and you think, yeah, I'll carry on eating loads of these. I'll stop. Slightly pomegranate-y. So, not many left. 1, 2, 2. Look at that. That can't be terrible. Those were from last year's sort of taste trials. A bit overripe. Definitely had something going for it. Tastes quite good. Not as good as 39. Okay, these ones, Not that many of them are very good apples here, but the badgers have completely, you know, decimated these. There was a number 154 here, which is the school next door, where I've put a post in. It's to protect the tree. 154 is a very nice early season apple from the school next door. They've left the actual Rubinolas alone. But yeah, 154 is quite cool. I like that one. The school next door will probably name it something like St. Helens Montessori, St. Helens apple, because that's what the school's named. And these are all from the children who went to the school next door. These are their seedlings, which I've raised for them. 148. Let's see what this one's like. I think this one's an alright apple. Sort of pleasant, but nothing amazing. Goes to show, I mean, these are like random seedlings that the kids saved, so I don't know what the parents are. It's a bit of a flat flavour. Like initially it's sweet and then it goes. I guess finally we'll do something fun. Let me find one on the floor. I do actually pick lots of the fruit now and give them to the schools. So the children can have fresh apples, really yummy apples actually. The teachers eat them too. So I'll probably pick these. Yeah, I don't profit from any of the apples. I just give them all away. This apple is quite famous these days. This one's called Surprise with a Z. I mean, in this light now, it just looks like a really boring, like slightly orangey yellow apple. But it's a big surprise because I always give this apple to people and they can't believe it. Wow. It hasn't really got much flavour, but it is pretty impressive. It's like the Sunburst apple, Kisabel apples. You tricked me again, Surprise. Anyway, thanks for putting up with the horrible sounds of cars driving past. I can't do anything about that. I mean, there's probably editing software out there, but I'm not paying for it. Thanks again for watching. I hope that was interesting. I'm full of apples. We've learnt some stuff today. Seedling number 39 is really good. Hang on, that wasn't 39. That was 90, I think. This was 39. We've learnt two things. Yeah, 90 is really acidic. In the aftertaste, it punishes you afterwards. It's like hot sauce, or like sour hot sauce. This is 39. That's just way more pleasant. That's just like super Cox. Oh, it's just like a super juicy Cox. In my manky pocket as well. And then this one, 24. Not quite as ripe because the flavour's not there. I think the 39 has the most flavour and juice. And then the Super Cox one, that was number 39 is the Super Cox. 90 is just like a really lovely flavour, bang in there like 82, and then it's just got loads of acidity. I'll Brix all of these actually, and then 24 is just a really pleasant flavour, but it's much milder. And I think after the sugar hit of the other two, you can't quite taste this one, so it doesn't do it justice. But this one on its own, 24, is really good as well. Again, thanks for watching. I'll make more videos. Please leave comments and all that, and subscribe and all that jazz if you like this kind of stuff. Okay, bye bye.